Hello everybody, my name is Bob, and last year I declared cognitive science my major at Indiana University, prompting many of my friends and family to ask, okay, what the hell's that? To be honest, I didn't really know either. I just thought it sounded pretty cool, sort of like the least sciencey thing that was still called a science, because I hate math. So now that I've completed my first Cog Sci class, I decided to tell everyone what I found out about it. Cognitive science is a study of thought, learning, and mental organization, drawing on seemingly diverse fields such as psychology and computer programming.
I am curious.
Great! But how? Why? Let's turn to every vlogger's best friend, Wikipedia, for help. Alright, it says Cog Sci is an interdisciplinary scientific study of the mind and its processes. It examines what cognition is, what it does, and how it works. It includes research on intelligence and behavior, especially focusing on how information is represented, processed, and transformed within nervous systems, and here's the really nifty part, in machines. But before we get to how megalomaniacal self-aware robots are going to enslave the human race, let's look at some of the interdisciplinary aspects. Cognitive science consists of multiple research areas, including psychology, artificial intelligence, philosophy, neuroscience, linguistics, and anthropology. They also like to study Martians, zombies, and swamp monsters. Seriously. As if one science wasn't bad enough, some people doubt whether there is an appropriate unified field of study, preferring to speak of multiple cognitive sciences in the plural. So basically we think of brains as squishy, crumpled up computers that receive input from the environment.
It's totally squishy.
Slosh it around and try to make sense of it. Of course, what we think makes sense is just nonsensical value judgments based on an invisible latticework of adaptive algorithms. Hence, if sense had sense that we could sense, would sense have sense that makes sense? Since the suspense is so tense, I'll condense and dispense with the immense pretense, but in my defense, I'm innocent. The concept is that thinking can best be understood as representational structures and computational procedures that operate on those structures. The easiest way to get a handle on the range and complexity of the issues is to take a look at how many recent movies have explored similar topics. You can see from this really short list that the problems of consciousness are literally all around us. The nature of how we perceive determines what we perceive. Researchers as far back as Leibniz and Pascal to Turing and Gates have had incredible success modeling computers based on the idea of phenomena as mental representations. For example, when super-duper computer Deep Blue beat chess grandmaster Garry Kasparov in 1996. This approach is called good old-fashioned AI. It's the same principle that makes dragons in Skyrim show up at exactly the wrong fucking time. How do they always know I'm 1 pound from over-encumbered? Well, they're not actually intelligent, they're just programmed by intelligent people who have predicted what you're likely to do. But GoFi isn't the only game in town. More and more researchers are envisioning cognition as a modulated conglomeration of distributed processes. It's sort of like how on a basketball team you've got separate guys on different bases to protect the quarterback so he doesn't get pucked. That's like a sports thing, right? Think of it like an apartment building where everybody does their own thing and like just pass each other on the stairwell sometimes, like, and it's really awkward, and everybody pays rent and the landlord is kind of a dick but keeps up repairs. And by working together and doing what we do best, we all make the hallway stink. That's a neural network. And then there's all kinds of other crazy ideas like extended, inactive, and embodied cognition that I don't have time to get into right now. This is big, important stuff that's going to affect all of our lives. As computers get more powerful and creepier as they sit on your lap and look back at you like baby velociraptors, or deep down in your pockets making your thighs tingle like, was that a text? No, they're fucking with us. Computers and humans are constantly in this weird feedback loop of stimulus and response. Timmy, I know about those iPads under your mattress. And just when you begin to wonder who's really running this show, and that's cognitive science. More or less. And that's my first cognitive science video. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe below. Innocent, innocence, innocent, innocence. Works.